welcome back. It's nice to see you, I suppose. Not that I can see you, but I'm sure you look great. We're here so that I can explain to everyone what is my beef with the first Primarch. He's just a guy who went out for a milk and didn't come back until 10,000 years later. That is Lionel Johnson and his hypocrisy and arrogance, I suppose. I really tried to like that guy, but I just can't. And I'll try to explain why. Also, I've been working on this that's going to be somewhere in here, but I've been working on this knight, and it's not a Games Workshop model, but I printed that man out. Let's do something fun with it, and my fun turned out to be Caliban Knight. And the more I was painting the guy, the more I was realizing I don't like Lionel, and well, Lionel, and I would side with Luther, which, to be honest, I mean, there's Fulgrim, I absolutely adore Horus, and you know, Abaddon is kind of fun. I don't like Erebus, okay, I'll give you that. Erebus is, I'm not gonna curse right now, but he's there. To explain why I actually don't like Lion instead of saying I just don't like Lion, my first problem with him, to explain this, is he's the first, and that's his entire personality, which is like, I don't know, it just doesn't cut it for me. Because when you have, I don't know, let's say Horus, he's obviously he's a golden child pretty much, and you know, Emperor loves him and he would do anything for him. But the problem is he's also charismatic, and the people around him like love to follow him, because even before he was the War Master, he was still like, oh, this is Horus Lupercal, let's go, because he said so. And I feel like with Lion, it was there at the start, but the problem was Luther was already in the picture, and so a lot of people were like, you know, oh, we like Luther better and we want Luther and whatever. It was already divided, which is probably a problem. I don't know, I'm not in a leading position really, but I feel like that might be a problem. Thing is, Lion, to me, he really screwed up. And he just sent half his legion, or it was probably maybe like more than half a legion, and he just sent them back to Caliban, and that was incredibly unfair to me. And I feel like, you know, the people under his leadership figured out it was incredibly rude from him. And my problem isn't the fact that he punished them, because they kind of deserved it, at least Luther kind of teeny tiny bit did, though I'm still on his side. But the problem is the Legion had no idea what's going on, and so he was like, you know, you, like the people on the right, you're going with me because I said so, because I'm the first, and you people are going back to Caliban because I said so and I'm the first. And that's pretty much just everything he does is this. Lionel Johnson was the man who took our best, demanded absolute silence, and then left us to rot while he chased glory among the stars. He's a brilliant strategist, and I can't really take that away from him, because he really is. People don't seem to complain or die that much. When I started reading the Caliban books, and like I don't know which one it was the Fallen Angels and something, I like had problem with the book at the start, because I was like, this is boring. To me, there were like nothing was really happening, and only halfway through the book I was like starting to understand there's not going to be space combat. And when I like kind of realized it, I was like, okay, so this is about traditions and the knights and the orders and everything. And I really liked Zadkiel. And just to be clear, in Czech, Zadek is ass, so his name is really funny to me. He was really like this, you know, he was supposed to be pretty much the first captain, right? He started really well and everything he touched was working. Not so much for Nemael, because he was always a teeny tiny bit behind Zadkiel, and I felt like in the end it was a really good story and I enjoyed it. And I know it's 40k, like 30k back there, and so there's no happy ending. But the book really leads you to this is the hero and you're gonna love him, because it's not really about Lion and it's not really about Luther. And then there was the second book when they were like blowing up the space station or whatever, and you know, they could kind of let Lion out of the airlock, which I wouldn't be too mad about, but it didn't happen. And what's my beef with Lion and where he fits in is he didn't really step forward, because he wasn't like, I think I would have respected him a lot more if he would just stand in front of his legion and just tell them, you know, you pissed me off, so from here to here you're going back to Caliban until I say so, that you can go back to full combat duty or whatever, and until this time that I make the decision, because I'm the first one, you're going to be there doing what I tell you. But he didn't. He just kind of took off half his legion and he went to like, you know, now I'm going to prove to Daddy I'm the best one and we're going to be fighting the war, while half my legion is just punished for what, someone tried to kill me. Like, I don't know, you're the Primarch, people are going to try to kill you, and like even Horus was like, you know, they kind of poisoned him and he didn't like forbade half of his legion. And when you think about it, even like kind of the guard let down Gilliman, even though he said, you know, I'm going to be fighting Fulgrim alone, but still they just kind of let him down and he almost kind of died, and he still came back and he's like, oh hey my boys, my sons, I'm back and you're back, so we're fighting. Like, what the hell is the problem? When you think about it, or like from my perspective, and it goes back to Horus and the Emperor and any other legion really, is loyalty goes both ways. And so if you want someone to be loyal to you, you kind of have to make the first step, or at least like show them some kind of care. And that's where I feel like Lion actually failed. People are like, but you know, he's a strategist, and you know, he had it all like figured out. He was cool with sacrificing Caliban, and you know, he's just cold-hearted, but he gets the job done. But does he really? First of all, he abandoned Luther, and then when the heresy was done, he was like, okay guys, I've been thinking about it, and because I'm the first, I'm gonna leave. And like, he took a 10,000-year-old nap, and then he just came back and he's like, hey, I'm back, I'm the first, pay attention to me, now we're playing according to my rules. And he just expects people to be loyal to him because he's the son of the Emperor, and I don't feel like that's just working. So when people are right now telling me like, you know, Gilliman is boring, like, yes, he's kind of boring, also not really. Like, have you read the books? The man can flirt, like, and it's not even with Ivrain, but also like, he's boring, yes, he's very bureaucratic, yes, and he makes a lot of rules, yes, but also don't be swayed by the memes, because even Gilliman himself is looking for ways to bypass the Codex Astartes. He loved his brothers and all the legions, and it was such a good plan to just conquer the galaxy, and the Emperor should have told them like, okay, there's a slight risk that half your brother is going to try to kill you, and he didn't. So Gilliman had no idea, and he's kind of idealistic, because like, he's building his fortresses out of marble in space when he knows like people are going to try to break it. But Gilliman is fun, because he also kind of makes sense, or at least to me he makes more sense than Lion, because Lion is like he's forcing people to be on his side, whereas Gilliman is more than sure, like that's going back to Yasili and the Logos. There's Logos and there's Verita, and there's something in the middle. Logos Historica Verita. And like Gilliman is more than aware that the galaxy has changed. I feel like Lion isn't really that much like aware. He just got back and he's fighting because the Emperor would probably want him to fight. And that's it. And that's like another point why I don't like Lion, because he's like, that's maybe, I'm probably gonna make someone angry, but that's why I feel so many people in the fandom are like really one-dimensional, and that's why they like Lion and his Legion, because that is also very one-dimensional, because it's like, okay, there are monsters, there's like chaos, and our brothers we need to punish, and we're just gonna fight. And that's pretty much it. And I just think Lion is boring. That's what I'm trying to say, and it's been probably like 20 minutes again. And the whole argument for me is I think Lion is boring. I think Caliban and Luther and everything they had going on there with the traditions and like the trials and the, I don't know what it was, Master Zero, or like, I know what it's called in Czech, I don't know what it's in English, but like, you know, this person that's been leading them, I think that was super interesting, and they just scratch it because Lion said so, and to me that's just boring. I'm sorry. And like, if you like this, I'm super happy. Please leave a comment or something, because I really want to know what people think about this, because I don't think there's that many people who just ramble about the books. I'm sorry you have to go through this, but to be fair, you did ask for this, and if you really do want a podcast, this is what it's going to be like, so prepare. But also I have like things I wanted to say, and there was like structure for the video, but I skipped through it because that's what I do, so I'm sorry to myself that I've been writing it down. I don't know. And that's pretty much the whole thing. And so Lion, to me, he was kind of following the Emperor in this quite literally, and he became the absent father. But I feel like when you have the absent father, I don't know, I don't really have the personal experience, but I feel like there's something missing, and you can feel there's something missing, and he should have figured out that in a world of 40k, or like back then 30k, but still he's such a good strategist, and he's probably kind of maybe a bit aware that there's something like chaos. But when you send someone away and you don't have them the reason for it, then the people are like frustrated, they're angry, and they're looking for something, and that's like exactly what chaos needs, right? So I'm sorry, first son, but your plan wasn't really that good. So okay, now I have the someone presented me with the argument, and I honestly have no idea who it was, but it's like Defenders of Lion says he had to be secretive because of his nature, and like I suppose that's true, like I can kind of accept that argument, I can see that, but also, you know, it didn't work for the Emperor, it didn't work for Lion, at least in my experience, and him like being the strategist, again, he should have at least kind of foresee that secrets are only gonna breed more, well, chaos, but more people being angry, and I don't know, it just doesn't fit. It's like such a let's just put something on this plot hole, and it's like, it's Lion's nature. Okay, so he's a great strategist, but his nature is going against his people for no obvious reason. Okay. Secret is one thing, but being a bad boss is another. So it's like, again, going back to the secrets, and like, when people don't know what to expect, they start to make up their own stories, and they like start to improvise, and you know, it's going to get in the Warhammer setting, it's always going to lead to chaos. So that's bad. And now here's the last thing that I think is really important for the setting now, is the lion is back in 40k now, acting like a changed man, but Caliban remembers. And I think this is going to be super important for when Lion and Gilliman finally meet. Also, my thing with this is, why the hell isn't Lion calling up his brother? Cause poor Gilliman, he just woke up, he finally took down the armor, and he's like kind of trying to beat Mortarion, only not really. And he's like, you know, Gilliman is doing something, and he's trying to build the Imperium and his region and everything. And I feel like Lion is kind of pissed because of that, because he's the first, but not really, no one really cares. But the problem is, he's like, I don't know if it's the arrogance or the secrecy, like, you know, he's going to be fighting on the other side of the galaxy, and then he comes to Gilliman and he's like, you know, you are playing with papers here, but I've actually saved the day, which could be the case, but it's probably not going to be. And I feel like a lot of people were like, this is going to be such a great moment, because Gilliman is going to see Lion and Lion is going to see Gilliman, and they're like, yay, big bro, you're back and you can help me, I love you. And what I think is actually going to happen is like, Gilliman is like, you know, you've been here the whole time, and Lion is going to be like, yeah, I was here, I was fighting. And then they're just gonna fight and probably start another heresy or something. I don't know, I'm actually scared. But hopefully I've presented some... I've been talking for so long, my laptop just went to sleep mode. Okay, and since I'm running out of bread, coffee and battery, I'm just gonna end it here. So I'm really interested to see how many people here actually prefers Lion, not over Gilliman, but like over all of the Primarchs. Because again, I do like Gilliman at the current setting, but my love is like right here, like my baby. I want to say angel, but he's not really angelic. He's more like I don't know, serpent and whatever. Just my I don't know, favorite Primarch, I guess. I love Fulgrim, but whatever happened to him, god damn it. Anyway, what I was going to say, let me know who your favorite Primarch is, if you think Gilliman or Lion is in the right, and like, are you more of a Lion or more of a Luther team? And I guess I'll see you somewhere someday, probably next month, I don't know. Anyway, have a great one. Paint your minis whatever way you like, pick whatever Primarch you like, or don't even go for humanity. Like, if you enjoy Tau, heck yeah. If you enjoy Eldari, go for it. And you know, I'll just see you somewhere, someplace. Bye.